everyone, it's Jillian. Welcome back to my channel. I have another gift giving idea for you today. I've been wanting to make more of my gifts and I'm wanting to share them and hopes to inspire you for if you have anybody left on your list as well. Today's project is something that I have seen for a while. It's been out a long time, but it's new to me. I have never done it and I am blown away by the results. I made baskets out of the cotton clothes cording, the clothesline cording. And I'm going to list the ones that I use or the product that I use down below for you. But you can probably pick it up even at your hardware store. Maybe even Walmart carries them. It comes in like a hank, and you'll see that in the video as well. But I made this larger basket, all in the natural. I have a couple of these people that are going to be receiving these that are very natural in their decor. They just really like just things that are very simple. And so I did not add any color to some of these, but how cute and how simple this was. It's sturdy. It's just fun. And for as far as what you would use this for, I can see this filled with pine cones maybe in the fall. I can see this filled with Christmas ornaments for Christmas decor. I mean, it's really endless, but you can also get those plastic planters, fillers in here, and you could put little succulents or whatever in that as well. Just a really cool idea. And then also the other person that I had had in mind is somebody, again, who likes very natural. So I left it completely plain, and I did 6 little coasters that go in this little basket. So I'm going to share that one with you. And then I had just a little bit of cording left over, and I wanted to experiment just with adding a fiber and then doing a little bit different end on this one, and I'm going to share that with you. Now, I know there's a lot of people that completely wrap these in fabric as well, and those have wonderful results. I might try making in the future cuffs made with the fabric wrapped cord. But I hope you enjoy this video. I'm going to just go over the step-by-steps. It's very simple. Let's get started. I am using 2 of these hanks for all the baskets and the coasters that I made. It's adding a little bit of tape. This cord really unravels, so this tape is going to prevent that raveling. And I'm cutting right in the center. So a little bit of this tape is part of your basket. I'm starting my initial turn. I do about 4 or 5 turns, and then I will be holding this in place with stick pins. A little bit more about the cord. I am using a 1/4 inch cord, and these hanks are 64 feet or 65 feet. I will link it down below if you want to use the same product that I'm using. I'm taking this to my sewing machine now, and I am going to, with my straight stitch, I am just going back and forth to secure this initial 4 or 5 turns here. I'm going to be forming an X, and I'm just using my straight stitch for this part of it. I have my a regular size 14 needle in. In some of the blog posts and videos I've watched, people use a jean needle. I didn't have to do that, but you might want to just test it with your sewing machine. Now it's time to start the zigzagging. I have my zigzag set at a 6. If your machine only goes to a 5, that's fine as well. My stitch length is at about a 2.5. You want your zig to go into one cord and your zag to go into the other. And you do want your cord to go off to form on the right hand. So my right hand is pushing that cord and my left hand is doing the turning. Now I'm left-handed, and my first project that I did, it's just more natural for the cord to be on the left-hand side. But when you're forming a basket, it must be on the right hand. I am just doing a coaster right now, and so the coasters really, it does not matter. And I'm just continuing around. Again, my zig is going into one cord, my zag is going in the other. I want my coasters to measure about 4¼ inches, and I'm almost there. Just going to be taking my tape measure here and measuring this just to make sure that they're all fairly even. And then I will be cutting my cord off and be going back and forth a couple different times here, continuing with my zigzag stitch, but just going back and forth. This little end gets covered up, and so it doesn't have to be perfect. Now to form the basket that these coasters are going in, did the same thing, the same start, but I want this base to be about 5 inches because I want those coasters to fit in. Now to start forming that sides, you just push that right up against the end of your sewing machine. So I'm pushing it up with my left hand, and my right hand is still just getting that cord even against it. I thought when I first started that this was going to be difficult. It's not at all difficult. It just automatically forms these beautiful sides. I hope you have a chance to do this if you haven't tried it. I was just surprised at how easy it is and how well formed they turn out. I just loved them. Now for this colorful one. I'm just starting the same way as the other ones, but I have little pieces that I cut off of this. This was just fiber from another project. And these little pieces I'm just going to be laying right under my presser foot and just including them right in with my zigzags. Now I just sporadically added this color throughout this basket. To form the handle on the big basket, I cut 6 inches or so off, and then I take it back, and then I just zigzag that in place. And this end will be covered up with a suede, so I'm not too concerned about if it's super neat or not. Just want to make sure that it's well tacked into place. And then for the ending on this colorful basket, I'm right at the end of my cord here, but you do want to have at least 6 inches to do this. And I also have my piece of my fiber in there as well. And I'm just going to end it right there with approximately a 6-inch tail. This is a piece of ultra suede. It is not real leather. It is actually polyester. But what I loved using this is it does not fray. A felt would also work, or any kind of a faux suede that does not fray at all. And these are the tabs that are just going to cover that ending piece, or basically where I finished it off. It just covers that ending cord. I'm using my fabric tack glue, and I am just going to securely put this into place and then let this glue completely dry. And then I will be taking this back to my sewing machine, and I am going to stitch this into place. I just thought the stitching really made it look more finished. Just making sure that is really glued into place there. And now for my little coasters, there's 6 of them, so I'm doing 6 little tabs in the same way as the handle of the big basket. And just going to be covering that ending there of my cord. And then I take these to the sewing machine as well. When they're dried, here's what they look like. I just stitch around that leather. Now to finish this little colorful basket, I basically just tie a simple slip knot. And then with my fingers, you can also use a brush or a comb to do this, but I am just unraveling that part of the basket and then just trimming it down. I have some pictures here at the end, everybody. You can take a closer look and give you some ideas of how you can use them as well. Thank you, everybody who's joined me. Leave in the comments if you have attempted one of these baskets. That'd be interesting to know. Thank you, everybody. Have a creative week. Bye for now.